Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. So, I was inspired to do yet another reading, and this time it feels a little bit challenging to say the least because it's asking to like reveal all of your personality, all your pizzazz. So it made me think there was a few things that came out, and the first one was oh gosh, see, this is why I write down the songs, because I will forget right away. It's like it comes and then it goes. If I don't sit with it, the information just runs off. So well, the first thing was the singing owl from the Looney Tunes. Is the story of a little owl that goes to audition for a radio station in front of this big boss, and he decides to, I mean, he's very flamboyant, just singing, like he's singing about, he could sing about love and June, and I mean everything that has to do with love. So he's super into the song. As soon as he notices that his family members are watching him, he starts to sing like a little baby, like all cutesy and, like very, very elementary. And that's kind of like the energy that I'm feeling right now, that it's like behind the scenes, there's this like live on stage performance, and very loud, very flamboyant, very, um, just very, dramatic, if even, I guess you could say. But then as soon as you're aware of the being watched, or noticing that it's a performance, the awareness of the performance becomes the hindrance. So there was something that had come through, and another thing that came through was the judgment card. It was like someone was the Seven of Wands, defending themselves or shielding themselves from a judgment, or fighting a judgment, if you want to say, or going up against a judgment. So that could be legal judgment, that could be judgment, spiritual judgment, however you want to see it. But I saw that, and then as I kept on shuffling, that same Seven of Wands became a Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands kind of showed the element of this feeling like kind of like a farmer in your farm, just protecting your crops, going from like the victim, the little guy, to being the leader or the warrior of this. And I heard I heard it like brigade, but it's like brigade. I don't like, it's like military, but also, oh Lord, there was I heard it's not a, what is it called? It's a compound, not a base. It's not a base, it's a compound. So take the energy as you will. So somebody might have thought that somebody was on a base, but they're on a compound. What is there really a difference between the two? There might obviously be a difference. Should I look that up? Is it necessary? Maybe on my own time I'll do that. I won't bore anyone that's aware of it. Be like, girl, you should know. A brigade has a compound. No, okay. So this could be. It's definitely giving Aries energy. I became aware of the Aries energy since I think it's like for like the last 2 days. Oh, there's that Judgment card again. There's that Judgment card. I'm thinking that judgment that one fought against, or and also when the Judgment card, the first time it came out, it gave this very very church, like the church, the music of the church. And then I thought of the Pope. I think, is it today? Is it today or tomorrow? They're doing something. But anyways, it made me think of the Pope, but it was like the music. Right now it's showing up that there's definitely security here, financial security, or even like secure, the land is secure, or the home, the the we said the compound, right? Something about the base. Like, I feel like there's just a sense of security against this judgment. Someone can feel a sense of security against the judgment, and it might be part of their I guess you could say their destiny, if you believe in that, or their just their karmic inheritance, if you believe in that. But it's like it was like meant to be protected from some kind of a judgment. We have the moon here and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So somebody's gossiping, somebody's saying some things. Uh, don't trust everything that you hear. Don't spread rumors. Don't. You may have heard some information. You're being asked not to convey it forward, not to share it forward. I don't know if that's someone's being told that. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, so somebody's just trying to prevent some kind of a betrayal or a broken heart situation. Somebody's trying to prevent disrupting a relationship. Okay. What was the song that I heard? I heard a song from MC Hammer, which made me laugh so loud because I was like, why is this coming up? And then I remember he's in Aries. So I don't know. I keep getting this Aries energy, but now that this relationship out of balance or this betrayal, what does it have to do with? So yeah, somebody's trying to prevent upsetting someone, getting someone emotionally upset, or they're aware that there is someone that was left out in the cold and was left to feel kind of it feels like someone was banished, right? Like how you would see someone being banished, or someone might just feel that way. Someone feels left out. Someone feels very like this is like feeling like hopeless. They feel things were like not fair, so they're moving away from an environment, a conflict, and they feel very blocked. They're moving forward, like they're moving away from the problem, but they're coming in very quietly, very in the dark, very protected emotionally. They're not showing their face. They want to be the light in the dark, but they want to. It's like they don't want to be seen. On the other hand, you could be resting very well despite this energy. I feel like for some there could be just an energy of being at peace with whatever shall be, whatever's on its way. As I said, whatever's on its way, you're at peace with. I feel like there's this is again the Sun in Aries energy now, but it's like I feel like you're aware of whatever's coming is going to be, you're going to be fine with. You're going to be fine with. I feel like you've already experienced a very, very dark or heavy burden. Excuse me. You've already experienced a burden that's, you've been challenged, I feel, as far as maybe creatively, as far as at work, as far as your creative works, or your spiritual um, hmm, I didn't want to say spiritual process, but it feels almost like your spiritual work feels like it was like a very hard lesson has been learned when it comes to the will, when it comes to being humbled by life, okay? Realizing the weight of one's power. Could be a Queen of Swords that is seeing things clearly. They're realizing um, how, excuse me, the disruption. How maybe it was kind of like a shocking revelation, like an eye opener, okay? It was an extreme eye opener for someone. This could be Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. That's very clear on a partnership where there was a very heavy burden of responsibility that was placed. Okay, and this person is now about to receive, I guess you could say, an enormous bounty or an enormous payout or an enormous amount of grace or blessings is coming to this person because they were able to be at peace in their choices of partnerships or in their choices in terms of growing their relationships. So I feel like I'm not sure which one is the one that is getting out of conflict, wearing the mask, and being very um, in the dark about how they're moving forward, how they're communicating moving forward. I'm not sure which one. If this is this Queen of Swords, okay, that is moving out of the conflict. It's like maybe the clarity helped them see, like, wow, I really went through a lot. Okay, so it doesn't matter, like they know what they experienced. They know what they suffered. They know what they lost. They know where they were left to be vulnerable, and how they were seen, even the betrayal of those that were supposed to truly know them. Partnerships that were solid were really not solid. So not being able to see that at some point, to have gone through all of that, and now to have that clarity, that eye opener, that disruption sort of energy, that's like, holy shit, I see it. I can move away from it. But I'm also getting that it could be someone that's heartbroken over the realization of what you've experienced. And if you're not this Queen of Swords, this person could be a Queen of Swords, okay? I can't think of the MC Hammer song. It wasn't Can't Touch This. It was a different one. But it was significant in terms of what... okay. I got it. Music hits me. And it came out like a poem. Music hits me so loud. No. So hard. Makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me with a mind to rhyme and two hype feet. Ah, someone is very much in gratitude that their mind is at peace, that they have a healthy mind, a mind to rhyme, and two hype feet, like energy. This could be a Nine of Coins in reverse, this could be that Queen of Swords that was when they were in reverse. I get the feeling that this is a review of the past in some sort. But or maybe there is someone right now that lost everything, but at least they're grateful. They're grateful that they have a healthy mind and two hype feet. Um, Music hits me so hard, makes me say, "Oh my Lord." This is a very creative person. I feel like the creativity is coming in quickly, so they're getting all this flow of abundant energy. But it's like, uh, that's where the gratitude is. It's like, what else is there other than the inspiration to love, the inspiration to create, the inspiration to see a new day, to see to see the beauty in the day. So some okay, there could be a masculine that a masculine that may have lost his mojo at some point, okay, or felt maybe like they lost their their pizzazz, um, and they went and they got some form of validation. They felt alive again. They felt it brought them a lot of like joy, but this is like internal joy. This joy felt like an accomplishment that they're savoring for themselves, and not to say that they're not sharing it with others, but it on a deeper level, this is something that they're taking a certain pleasure in, their own achievement, because it's something that maybe they struggled with that no one knows, or it was a mindset that was that they have a clean break from a disruption. Leave the mic alone, child. All right. Somebody could be telling a child not to touch something. Maybe there's a musical child that wants to sing and is playing with equipment. So if you're in if you have a lot of equipment, recording equipment, things like that, be mindful that a child doesn't hurt your things or damage the things, I should say. So this is 12th house energies, 6th and 12th house energies. It's like also receiving a lot of sensations, I guess you can say it that way, or being very aware of your senses. Um, Something about nerves. Someone's nerves could be a little like anxiety kept coming up in terms of like a concept or just like a conversation. I don't know if somebody's bringing it up or somebody's aware of how much anxiety they've experienced or been exposed to. Could be a Sagittarius. Speaking of Sagittarius, there could be a Sagittarius that is considering a certain commitment or their ties to who they're connected to economically, if not who they have these very these connections that they don't that they haven't that they think are over but they're not really over. So lingering relationships that are lingering that need to either that they're not talking about but need to have a conversation or have to open up the communication lines, because for some reason this person is experiencing a relationship dynamic that is they're looking at a relationship that was hidden or in the dark. So again, this concept of in the dark connection. It's kind of giving this idea, like, you ever had a connection with someone and you tell like your best friend, you tell them all about it, and And then you realize, okay, this is behavior that I don't like, and we can agree we don't like. But then you forgive it, you tolerate it because you love this person in a certain way. But now it's starting to leave kind of like a bad vibe with your friends because they know how you feel. Like you can't lie to yourself when your friends know, or the people that are close to you know the truth. There's nothing hidden in the situation, in that from this friend or these friends, whatever it is. So it's like, this doesn't, this isn't good for you or right for you, or this person isn't, um, that this person isn't genuinely happy with the situation. I think I got off track there. It seems that way, but I'm not. Okay, so this person could have had like a relationship with someone and they broke it off. So, but now they're seeing that person behind the scenes, okay? And they don't want to tell the friends that they're back together or that they're working it out. Because if they tell the friends, they rather keep it kind of their commitment, they want to keep it a secret, they want to keep it hidden. Maybe it's from an Aries, or or they're just keeping it to themselves. Okay, they're keeping it to themselves. They're comfortable this way. They rather not kind of like speak too soon. They want to see if it has any value, or if the relationship is gonna work, if it's stable, solid, if it's something that they can feel at home with. So it's like giving a relationship another try, another chance, or considering giving a relationship another chance. And if you do, it'll have to do with really working it out, really looking at all the details, like kind of really, like maybe seeing it with a realistic, keeping it personal, keeping it to yourself, taking your time with it before you make it a concept for everyone to be aware of. So your new beginning, I feel like people that you're connected to in relationships, it seems almost like they're going to be unaware. They're not going to be aware of your new beginning, or they're not going to be aware of your connection, your partnership. Maybe there's going to be some kind of elusiveness around this partnership for some reason. It's possibly a King of Swords, or this is just the best idea. Could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius. Very intuitive air sign, okay? And perhaps what they're trying to do is find a way to balance spiritual truth, but also keeping somehow the creativity that's going to be coming through. I keep hitting the microphone. um, Keeping it hidden to prevent a tower. Okay, so maybe it's also because it's early stages of this new beginning. It's kind of like concealing a pregnancy until you're sure you're in the clear. It's like not mentioning that job interview until they confirm you got the job, or not sharing your good news until you know for sure that it's in the clear to talk about it. So I think that's the message. I'll come back soon. Take care.